Welcome everyone to our today's webinar on the evolution of managed Wi-Fi, better, cheaper, easier. Your guide to smarter, scalable, and cost-effective Wi-Fi management. I'm Theresa, and I'll be your moderator for this session. Again, thank you for joining us. Before we begin, let me remind everyone to feel free to drop your questions in the chat. We'll address them during the Q&A session at the end. All right. Now, let's introduce our expert speakers. Zvi Skabenker, our Friendly Technologies COO, and Scott Castay, our National Sales Director for North America. Zvi and Scott will bring extensive industry expertise and they'll walk us through the key innovations shaping the future of managed Wi-Fi. So let's dive in. We will discuss about why managed Wi-Fi is crucial, the growing demand for better Wi-Fi, clientless solutions make it easier, and introducing TR-369 USP. So to kick things off, I'd like to invite Scott to share insights on why managed Wi-Fi is more crucial than ever and the challenges service providers are facing. Over to you, Scott.
Thank you, Teresa. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today. As Teresa mentioned, my name is Scott Castay, and I handle the North American market for Friendly Technologies, and I am based in Chile, Tulsa. We are very excited to have everybody here. This is obviously a very important topic. It's probably the number one issue that we get asked these days, Wi-Fi, and its importance. It's become such a crucial part of customers' lives as people are doing remote work or on the go. So Wi-Fi powers everything in our life, and so it's important for service providers to have that stable, reliable, and excellent service for their customers. Performance is crucial for customers. They have to have it. When customers are experiencing downtime, it really can impact their business. So providing that service, and now also it's customers have the ability to choose other options for their Wi-Fi. And so service providers and internet providers are looking for not just the internet service, but that quality of experience that they can differentiate themselves from other providers. That's really crucial for the end customers these days, especially with the adoption of IoT devices and sensors. Having that seamless and reliable connection for those is just absolutely critical for businesses these days. Again, it's all about internet service providers being able to provide that excellent quality of experience for their end user, to provide that stable, reliable, and excellent service that customers have come to demand these days. Next, we're going to go into some of the challenges that service providers and internet providers are facing these days. So I'm going to hand it off to you and see what we can discuss today in this.
Thank you, Teresa, and thank you, Scott. And welcome everybody to this session. I think this is our first session for 2025 and that we're starting these days. So thank you very much for joining. So good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depends on where you're currently located on the globe. So Scott, you're right on the point, because user expectations has never been higher. Customers today expect uninterrupted and a very high-speed connectivity at all times. Even in a very complex environment, we are no longer seeing the demand for bandwidth as the major or the most important issue for the end customers, but an increasing demand for quality, stability, and also a seamless transition between networks. So as you mentioned, the reliability and performance are very, very crucial for customers today. Now, next is actually that networks are becoming increasingly complicated. We have indoor units, outdoor units, mesh controllers, ONTs, and a lot of different customer premise equipment. So service providers today must support a vast array of devices, protocols, and applications while still maintaining performance and security. Then there's the challenge of cost, right? And we all know that every service provider wants to have a fair degree of cost while the demand for reliable Wi-Fi grows. So providers must scale their operation efficiently without increasing expense. And this is always a challenge. Finally, beyond solving technical issues, providers must also find ways to monetize on their Wi-Fi services, which could be closely tied up with value-added services and premium offering like smart home, enhanced security, parental control. All of these services can actually increase output, but they require the right infrastructure and also the right management approach. So, well, I think
Thank you,
you're
Steve. That's a
muted.
great point. And I just the part about monetizing is such a crucial point to these service providers. And so I glad we addressed that issue because that's going to be such a hot topic these days. Another hot topic we're seeing is, so they are seeing a lot about managed Wi-Fi. Can you dive into a little bit more about what that looks like for folks? And I know they're hearing it a lot, but how does that fit as an answer for them, for their customers?
Sure. Yeah, answering these challenges would be firstly to operate a managed Wi-Fi solution. So managed Wi-Fi solution simplifies operation by providing a centralized control and automation. So in this case, we're actually dealing with multiple network configuration and troubleshooting customer. Instead of doing this manually, we're doing this automatically. This is one major or crucial, I would say, aspect. Service providers can also leverage on AI-driven insights and remote management to keep networks running smoothly. Enhanced user satisfaction is another key benefit. With some proactive monitoring and optimization, customer experience fewer connectivity issues, resulting in improved quality of experience and also reduced support calls. And that is crucial for many ISPs. Finally, cost effectiveness and scalability can be obtained with a clientless solution. And we will discuss this more in depth during this webinar. But this will ensure that providers can expand their services without excessive infrastructure. So by leveraging a centralized solution, they can manage large-scale deployments efficiently, but still keep their cost under control. So let's explore a bit more about the benefits and how they are translated in real-world advantages, okay? So we like to call this a full solution approach, which provides a single dashboard for the ISP to manage both Wi-Fi, internet connectivity, and also the user experience, and that is very crucial. Our goal is to provide simple but still unified way for ISPs to identify and resolve issues. When we started the deployment and the development for this managed Wi-Fi solution, I met with many of our customers, the ISPs and large service providers that we are working with, and I asked them, what would be the preferred tool, or what are you actually would like to do or looking for? And, in many cases, there was a simple request. Make it simple. We just want to know if there is a problem and to click to fix it, right? So we did. As you can see, we provided automated problem resolution. This widget is based on AI and ML techniques to quickly detect and resolve issues, identify potential issues, and provide insight and repair, meaning that the support representative can easily troubleshoot and repair them without any special knowledge or expertise. This is very important for many ISPs. Now we provide also information about internet connectivity. This is being monitored and diagnosed with a simple view for the ISP to identify the current status, the connection type, if this is fiber, cable, whatever, and various connectivity statistics. But we still provide more technical details for those more advanced support tiers, like tier 2 and so on. As you can see on the screen, you see that you can perform network diagnostics to get a full speed and latency testing metrics that the customer is, and to see if the customer is actually matching the subscribed plan, to identify some bottlenecks and optimize network performance. We also provide some valuable information about the connected devices. And regardless of the standard and connectivity type, we provide also some information on which devices these are. And if these are smartphones, laptops, or smart TVs, and so on. And what is the connectivity health? This is what most important. We want to address the connectivity problems that these devices are facing and have a quick resolution for them. You can see also the overall gateway Wi-Fi status, including mesh devices that are connected and various security settings. Network topology and user experience score provide us an overview of the entire home network with some insight into performance that can quickly identify issues that are arising and resolve them with one click. With these insights, ISP can deliver superior customer experience, also minimize downtime, and reduce the operational cost. This is actually the ROI for ISPs. So we can just switch to the next one. Okay. So how can we achieve this, right? One of the biggest challenges in Wi-Fi management is that there is a wide variety of CPE devices, each with a different firmware, a different manufacturer and configuration. So our clientless solution solves this problem. You can manage any device, regardless of the CPE make or model. Our solution provides a seamless remote management, eliminating the need for proprietary software on each device. And this is important. This reduces the deployment time and lowers the cost without the need actually to install and maintain any client software. ISPs can roll out the services quickly, reducing installation and maintenance costs dramatically. So our approach provides a proactive diagnostic and also a scalable solution, powered with AI insights to enable real-time issue detection and resolution, ensuring that seamless scaling as network grow. Well, this approach does not only simplify network operation, but it also enhances service quality while keeping costs low.
Thank you, Svi, very much. I'm gonna jump in real quick. We will get to the questions at the very end. But the one thing, and I just want to highlight, Svi, something you mentioned is that our development of these services have come from over 25 years of experience. We manage over 1 billion devices worldwide. So I think that's the key of this, is that we've seen a lot and dealt with a lot, and that's our being able to deal with these issues, especially working with the broadband forum and a lot of these things, has been able to bring this to this point. So, but Sophia, another question I get a lot, and I know our teams get a lot, is about the new TR-369 protocol. That's gotten a lot of attraction lately. Do you mind just kind of giving an overview of how that looks like and what carriers are dealing with that one?
Sure. That's actually a very important key, because the key enabler behind many of these solutions is based on TR-369 or USP, User Service Platform, which is standardized by the Broadband Forum, which we are also a member of. And this is an open standard that ensures for us seamless interoperability across different devices and vendors. So it allows us to provide the service provider, it allows us to give the flexibility to manage a diverse range of different CPEs. So TR-369 or USP, I will refer to this in the future as USP, it just sounds a bit better. It provides a universal framework for managing all of these connected devices, eliminating all the vendor lock-in and simplifying the network operations. Our platform is fully compliant with the USP standard. With USP, you can proactively monitor and optimize network performance, reducing downtime or enhancing the user experience. Another important thing is that USP is evolving. This is the next generation. It grew up from the previous TR-069, and this is the next generation, and it is evolving also into the IoT domain. As IoT adoption accelerates, networks must support also a growing number of smart devices. And USP enables us to control these devices in a secure, efficient, and scalable way across different IoT ecosystems. And we'll also touch base about this in this presentation as well. So we are ensuring interoperability and also seamless integration. So by leveraging USP, service providers can actually create a unified, intelligent Wi-Fi management system that adapts to the evolving needs of customers. So in our next session, in our next slides, I will also discuss a bit more in depth about the role of AI and generative AI. But I want to assure you that if you are still not using USP, no worries. If you don't have a USP compliant device, give us a call and we'll find a solution for you, as we have also solutions for TR-069 based devices. And this is also something that's worth mentioning.
Yeah, thank you, Sven. And just a quick summary of what we've talked about so far. While TR-369 is providing the framework, our managed Wi-Fi solution provides the tools, the application layer, and this is a part of our unified device management UDM solutions, and it eliminates the need for any separate tool to onboard on the device like a client integration. So customer, ISPs or service providers will be able to perform these actions in just one place, and that's crucial. And provisioning, the management, monitoring, Wi-Fi optimization. The UDMP provides valuable insights for the predictive analytics, and we can resolve those issues to improve that service reliability while using the AI-driven optimizations and services. So this is really important stuff. And so, Svi, I thank you so much for diving into that. I'm going to hand over to you to the next slide as well, and just diving in a little bit more back into the Wi-Fi and how taking advantage of these of managing Wi-Fi solutions.
Yeah. So, our unified device management platform takes managed Wi-Fi to the next level. actually provides, as I mentioned before, the centralized management for all devices, streamlining operations and improving efficiency. We are providing AI-driven insights and automations to reduce support call times and enable proactive maintenance as well. So the seamless integration with USP will ensure also compatibility and future-proofing for operations as well. And let's not forget the cost effectiveness and scalability, that it will allow USPs to grow their service offering more efficiently as well. One major thing that I would like to mention as well is the compliance with FCC and other global standards. So this compliance ensures the adherence to speed test and latency monitoring requirements, that these regulations help monitor network quality and actually enforce broadband performance commitments as a part of, there are several programs like this. One of them is Measuring Broadband America, another is Connected America Fund. For those who are in North America, I'm sure that they are very familiar with these programs. These are programs with that our unified device management platform can provide testing and reporting tools to comply with these regulations. And we are seeing that these regulations for speed and latency testing are becoming more and more apparent also in other areas in Europe and also in India as well. So this is very important. But beyond speed and latency, the Home Score Insight feature also provides a holistic measure of the user experience, factoring Wi-Fi performance, device connectivity, and also network-related measurements. So ISPs using managed Wi-Fi solution can leverage these insights to proactively optimize customer experience and reduce churn. So by leveraging these capabilities, ISPs can enhance service quality, optimize operation, and unlock new revenue opportunities. And this will take us to the next phase, I believe, Scott, which will be also a very interesting phase.
Yeah, Svi, let's do this. Let's pause for just a second. We do have a question in the chat. The question is, what is the resolution that you can get on the throughput information, meaning seconds or minutes? And then we can jump back to the slides. I just want to make sure we tackle this before we run out of time.
Well, it could be any, depends on, we can get to a very short resolution of throughput from minutes up to whichever time we're looking for. It mainly depends on some of the CPE capabilities because our unified device management platform can actually control and store all of this information at real time. But it depends on the quality of the device itself and if the device can send this information in a very rapid, or I would say short time frames. I do think that we need to continue because we are still low on time, and maybe we'll have some Q&A session at the end, and if we'll not, we'll get back to every question that we have here.
Sounds good.
So I think that we wanted to discuss a bit about the future.
Yes, good point.
We're seeing that a lot of companies are right now involved in certain domains of generative AI, analytical AI, and so on. So our generative AI, we call it, by the way, TD-GPT, we're working on a GPT right now that we are developing. It actually empowers customer service support teams by automatically diagnosing issues and providing step-by-step resolution. we are actually reducing the average call handling time by automating repetitive support tasks and providing these guided troubleshooting for Tier 1 and Tier 2 support teams. It also ensures a unified support experience across different teams within the ISP, because think about this. You have a tool, you have a generative tool that you can ask questions and it will respond you back. It will run all the testing and all the needed operations behind the scenes, and it will provide the result back to the support representative. So it is reducing dramatically the support call handling time and also the operational efficiency. But instead of waiting for customers to report issues, AI can also detect patterns and predict failures before they happen. So let's take just a small example. If we want to analyze network behavior to detect early signs of degradation, let's say that we will monitor some parameters like increase in latency, high retransmission rate, or device connectivity drops, and then we can recommend a proactive solution. This predictive approach significantly actually reduces downtime and improves customer experience. So AI and generative AI are not just about automation, they're also about creating smarter and self-optimizing networks that will improve the efficiency, reduce the operational cost, and deliver superior user experience. So by integrating friendly AI-driven optimization into these managed Wi-Fi, ISPs can stay ahead of the increasingly, I would say, competitive market and to be future-proof. So what's next for us as well is the future of managed Wi-Fi actually requires a modern and scalable and a very intelligent approach. This is where, I talked before about USP and where it comes in handy by enabling us the ability to collect all of this information, to do real-time management and seamless automation. USP, as I mentioned before, is designed to support the evolving needs of ISPs, allowing this proactive approach for faster troubleshooting and also managing a variety of different devices and services. So you ask, what's next? So what do you think is going to be next, Scott, in the future to come?
Yeah, this is very important as we see, innovations, especially with Matter and some of the IoT devices that are taking place, those projects. It's becoming just more seamless and integrated into the everyday life. And so these kind of projects are just accelerating. And I think, making these projects as seamless as possible for not just the internet providers, but also for the end user is going to be crucial. There's going to be, it's very exciting time.
It's very interesting because we're talking a lot about Wi-Fi, but we need also to think about the future technologies that are emerging, and Matter is already here. The expansion of Matter will actually significantly impact the number of connected devices in the home. So as of today, I read a report that in North America, there's around 20 connected devices in home. But let's think about what will happen when we'll start adopting more and more these smart home devices. So Matter actually ensures the interoperability between different smart home ecosystems. This is what it's designed to do. So meaning more devices with seamless connectivity. But this also brings a new challenge for service providers. While Matter actually ensures smart home interoperability, Friendly Unified Device Management Platform focuses on ensuring that the service provider can monitor and enhance connectivity. We are not here to control the Matter devices. That's the role of the smart home applications. Instead, we provide visibility into the connectivity and the health of the network. Just like we help troubleshoot Wi-Fi connected devices, our goal is to extend also to the same level of quality of experience and insight into the Matter devices as well. And that becomes very crucial in today's emerging IoT ecosystem. And, we all have some kind of a smart home device at home. And we want to have the ability, or to give the ability to the service provider also to monitor these devices' connectivity. So, I think we're getting very close to the end of our session. So
there is a follow-up question, Svi. I don't know if you want to address this or we can take it offline. The question is if basically they want to know if they can count on real-time or almost real-time throughput monitoring to address Wi-Fi improvement on real-time during a CSC call.
I'm not getting the entire question here, so I do think let's take this offline.
Sure.
And I think we'll follow up on this question because
Excellent.
if you need some partners or potential partner that you want to work with, we can definitely recommend some. But let's take this offline and see if we can get this issue resolved. So no worries.
Good. Well, thank you, Svi. This has been very, very, very helpful. And Teresa, I'm gonna hand it back to you, and so people can find out how they can view this again, or also if they have any additional questions, how we can reach back out and get those addressed. So, Teresa, we'll hand it back to you. Thank you, Svi. This has been very helpful and very informative. Thank you, everybody.
All right. Thank you, Zvi and Scott, for those valuable insights. All right, now let's open the floor for more questions. We've received some great questions from the audience, and let's start with this one. How does AI-driven optimization improve Wi-Fi performance, and what role does automation play in network management?
Yeah, that's a great question, and I think that we also touched base about this a bit in the slides. So AI-driven optimization can enhance Wi-Fi performance by continuously analyzing network conditions and also identify if there are any congestions or interference and making real-time adjustments. That's one thing. But also, as I mentioned before, generative AI can contribute dramatically to the operational efficiency by doing all of the automated tasks that the support representative does today. When you're calling the ISP support center and it starts troubleshooting any issue that you might have with your network, identifying the potential root cause for that. So all of this can be actually done by some generative AI tools that could run these tasks. So it has, I would say, two major effects. One, it standardizes the way and unifies the way that the support center works, because you don't need to have a very expert or a Wi-Fi expert team. This will be covered by the AI tool. And on the other hand, it also reduces the time that it takes to troubleshoot a customer complaint, right? So both of these are actually improving dramatically I would say, the work and the workflow within the customer support center. And also we can do and detect also patterns. These are more involved with analytical AI, but that's a different issue that will grow more and more in the future by doing this proactive approach and detecting an issue before it actually occurs or before it has an impact on the customer, if that makes sense.
All right, so I think that wraps up today's session. And a huge thank you to Zvi and Scott for their expertise, and to all of you for joining. Stay connected. We will be sending this webinar to you if you want it. And yeah, we hope to see you at our next session. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you very much, everybody. Thanks, Fee.
Thank you. Thank you.